Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. Today I wanted to give you guys a full round analysis. We're going to be diving into 10 different altcoins that you guys recommended to me on Twitter today. I made a post that said that I wanted all of you guys to show me your favorite altcoins and I would go through and pick the best ones to do some analysis. And so today we're going to be diving into a ton of different altcoins, a lot of really exciting analysis. Some of them are your guys' favorite coins that you guys are really going to want to pay attention to so that we can all know exactly which ones of these are the best setups and how we can actually make profit off of these together. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And always remember guys, I have a Discord community with almost 10,000 members. This is the fastest and the best Discord community for crypto out there, and I would love to have you guys join and be a part of the family today. All you guys gotta do to join, which is totally free for anybody that wants to, is to click inside of the description of this video, and there you're gonna find the invitation link to my channel. Now with that being said, I also offer my more exclusive content on the Discord server, like my video course and signals. So if you're somebody that wants to learn how to copy my portfolio and take all of the same trades that I'm taking, or you want to learn how to do this like I'm doing, you guys are definitely going to want to check out the video course and signals. Stay all the way to the end of this video, and I'm going to dive in and give you guys about a 2-minute explanation of why you guys should sign up, the benefits of doing so, and how you guys can actually do it today. Alright guys, we got a load of really exciting charts today. I know that you guys are going to find a ton of value in this video, so let's jump right in the video. Alright guys, so the first one on the list today is going to be iExact RLC. This is one that I actually have an active position in, and it's breaking out. So shout out to Kevin Svensson for actually shouting out this inside of my tweet so that I knew, because I had actually forgot that I held this. And that happens a lot sometimes with me, is I just forget that I hold different coins on other exchanges. And because of that, sometimes I actually miss out on opportunities. But, you know, shout out to him for reminding me. This one's getting really close to breaking out. I really liked this setup because it looked exactly the same as ZRX right before it broke up. And that's actually what I'm going to be expecting to see play out right now. Regardless, we're just seeing the same accumulation. This is just a big rounded bottom formation, and we're very first starting to break out here. Now, the way that I'm looking at this is we've got a couple resistance levels. We got one right here at about 82 cents. This is the major one that I'm personally watching for, because if we can get a break above this, I honestly think that it's going to set us up for another bigger impulse much higher, upwards of, you know, about $2.15, which if we grab our percent return tool from where we're currently sitting at, you know, if we can clear the first green line, that's about a 220% return. So this is a really big setup, and this is kind of what I'm watching across the board. You guys got to remember that we've practically just been going sideways inside of this range for a very long period of time. We've been here for almost 700 days that we've been going sideways. So when we do get a break out of this level and a retest, it's going to set us up for a big impulse upwards of these resistances at about $2.15. And so this is one that I'm personally watching for. I've been watching for a while. We started actually accumulating this one inside the Discord at about right here. So about 35 cents, we started buying this one. So we're actually in a nice bit of profit. It's exactly why you guys should check out the Discord server. You know, we post a lot of entries in there. I've been posting a ton of entries, and we've been making a ton of profits in the process. So if you guys want to copy the same trades that I'm taking, you know, before I talk about them on YouTube so you guys can get the most optimal entries, join the Discord server. Always remember that, guys. But looking at this one, with us being so close to this resistance, in my opinion, we aren't very far off from breaking it. And as soon as we can clear above this level, as soon as we can clear it and we can get a retest of this resistance and it acts as support, you know, it's a go-to that we're going to start seeing some very big impulsing markets. So watch out for iExac. Now this is one that I actually know nothing about, but I do like the chart pattern that we're seeing here. Now if we take a look at this, we can see that this is pretty much just a big cycle. We had the pump that was in 2017 around the new year, and then we crashed, and we've pretty much just had this big, long accumulation rounded bottom formation. You know, we did have an impulse when everything kind of started breaking out in 2019, but then we ended up making a new low. And so this itself is just a big accumulation. But what we recently saw here was actually a breakout from that. And it looks to me like we're actually about to be breaking and going much higher. And so I want to talk about this one because for me, we don't really have a resistance until about right here. And that is still a lot of profit potential until we hit that point. In fact, where we're sitting at right now, which I'm not recommending anybody just go out and buy this. If you do set a stop loss, you know, it's about 168%. So, you know, 1.6x returns, which is really solid. And, you know, if we can get a nice impulse that actually breaks above this level, and we can retest that as support, then that's actually going to set us up for another bigger move upwards of about here at about 23 cents, which would be about another 150% move. And so the way that these markets are looking, once they start impulsing, they happen quick. You know, once certain resistance levels are taken out, like the one right here at, you know, 9 cents, once those are taken out and reclaimed as support, you know, there really isn't a lot of resistance, as you guys can tell. Like this is a resistance here at 23 cents. But then we don't even really have another resistance until, you know, maybe 58 cents and even to that all-time high mark. And so I'm expecting that these are going to start breaking out pretty quickly. I know that this looks kind of intense for me to draw this, but I would say that we're at least going to this resistance. Whether we break above that, that's a different story. But I think that we'll head upwards of this green resistance at about 9 cents, 10 cents, just right under that 10 cents mark. So pay attention for that. Now this is one that I'm actually really excited about because, you know, across the board on all of these setups that I'm sharing with you guys, there's actually a lot of really good ones right now that you can make a lot of profit off of. And so this video is really full of a ton of value. And I guarantee that if we look 3 months down the line and go back to look at this video that I'm making, we're going to look back and be like, wow, I should have bought some of those. Think about how high those went. And that's kind of the point that I'm sitting at right now. This is one called Electronium. I've heard a little bit about this. I don't really know that much about it overall, but nonetheless, I like it from the cycle perspective. I don't need to know about the fundamentals when I'm looking and trading based off of what the chart tells me. And what we've had is a really good pattern. Now, this is a pattern that I've actually seen play out a lot inside of crypto. Pretty much what you have here is a support floor, and we consolidated this support floor for a long, long period of time. Everybody thinks that it's going to moon, and then it sells for one more low and traps everybody, fakes everybody out. But that was the lowest point that we come to before we break up, right? And this is the case with a lot of different cryptos. I've seen this chart pattern across the board on Bitcoin pairs, on dollar pairs, all kinds of altcoins, and we're just repeating the same thing again. Now what happened was after this capitulation, we made an impulse. And from that impulse, we got a confirmed support and resistance flip. And we can see that right here. This was a support level. This was a support level that became resistance here. You know, we flipped back above this, and then we had a little short-term ABC correction back down onto trending support. And so this just looks like a perfect little setup for continuation. I think that that's exactly what we're going to see coming very shortly. You know, nice little impulsing markets as we head closer upwards of some other major resistance levels. And so, you know, Electronium for me is one I'm going to continue to watch out for. We're right on that previous resistance, which is now acting as support. You know, that's a pretty good buy signal for me. And so I'm going to continue to watch out for some of these cryptos. Electronium was one you should have on your list today. Now this one is one that I've heard a lot about. The only reason I actually know about it is because John McAfee has a tattoo of their logo on the back, on his back, and he doesn't even have an affiliation with them anymore. I don't know what the heck was the deal with that, but you know, there is some major things playing out. Virtually, we had this descending resistance. We've broken from that descending resistance here. You see these big wicks that are playing out. I love to see those because oftentimes wicks kind of tell the direction of where the market could potentially go. Oftentimes it shows buyer exhaustion, but in this case, with how we're seeing this big rounded bottom formation, in my opinion, this is much more bullish and it's showing kind of the direction the market is about to head. And if we actually come over here and take a look at the Bitcoin pair, you know, the Bitcoin pair looks really, really good. Just another big rounded bottom formation. We have failed to make lower lows, and we're actually starting a new uptrend in its place. And so I actually expect this one to continue to uptrend and do really well. You know, this is one I don't know anything about. Pretty sure it's related to privacy. Don't know, don't really care. It's the chart pattern that I'm specifically watching for. If we could get a short-term correction back onto that trend line, that'd be ideal. If not, it kind of looks like it's going to just start popping off. You know, just to these wicks is about 100%, and I'd be expecting this one to kind of make just a continued accumulation, you know, breakout, and then just keep going more parabolic, something along the lines of that, because that's generally how uptrending market starts. We just started the uptrend here. We can see a nice volume outbreak. Very good looking signs here in Apollo, so make sure you guys pay attention to this one too. Now this is one, Cody. This one just looks really, really good. I love what I'm seeing here. Just a big rounded bottom accumulation. You know, we have not made a lower low, and in fact, we're actually already starting to round out on the other side. So this one just looks exceptional from my perspective. There's a ton of volume that came in right here at the primary lows. Exactly what you want to see during a capitulation event. We did get our first impulse, which is right here. Draw our Elliott waves here. This is just a 1, 3, and a 5 wave with a correction back down. And so with that being said, that equals just a 1 wave impulse. So this is just our 1 wave. We're getting ready for that 3, the most impulsive of Elliott waves. And so I would expect this one to get pretty big. You know, I'm not going to say exactly how high big because I don't know personally, but what we're seeing here is a nice accumulation. We had the rounded bottom, we broke out, we retested, and now we're uptrending. This is a very obvious uptrend. It's just an early uptrend that's forming. And so watch out for this. It's got really good volume. You know, these are all super, super good setups across the board. Everyone that I'm talking about right now on this video are pretty much good right now. So pay attention for this one. Now this one is actually one I've posted signals for in my Discord for a while now. I accumulated a little bit of this one. I posted signals inside of my Discord, so make sure that you guys join, check the Discord out because we're posting a ton of this stuff. This one looks so exceptionally well to me. Very obvious accumulation that's taking place here. You know, we have failed to make a lower low for a long period of time since 2019 of September. And it actually looks like we're just getting ready to leave this accumulation. We did just break out of the resistance here, and we have successfully broken that. Now the next resistance is going to be the one that's about here at, it's a Bitcoin pair, so I think that that's 6,000 Satoshis. I don't know because this is on charts.cointrader. But this level here, once we can clear above both of these, you know, it's going to set us up for a huge, huge impulse. And that's kind of what I'm expecting to play out. Really, we have a couple different resistance levels. Once we can clear above that, it's pretty much green skies or clear skies ahead. And so this is one that you should watch out for. Now, if we go take a look at the dollar pair, you know, this one just looks like a very obvious accumulation to me. We just had the impulse. We have just basically consolidated and rounded out for a long period of time at this point. And this is just very obvious accumulation that's taking place here. We see uptrending, pumps and dumps, lots of wicks. That shows a lot of people buying. There's still a lot of sellers pushing the market down. So as they buy, you know, those buy orders and that slippage is immediately capsized inside of the market. And so that's kind of why we're seeing this. But I think that we're about to see a major breakout. And on the dollar pair, if we can clear above this level here at about 80 cents, then oh my goodness, it's going to go into new all-time highs and it's going to be crazy. And that's what I'm personally going to be watching out for with this market. So watch out for Tomo. Now this is one that I really, really, really love. I've got margin positions open in this one because I'm confident in this one. I do like the setup because it just reminds me of the prior setups that we've seen in times past. And I'll share with you guys what I mean by that. So this was actually, this was the first time I remember hearing about Ravencoin, was this pump here. I remember having the opportunity to buy it all through here and not doing it, and then watching it pump 600%. I was a little bit salty about that because at the time I was waiting for a good setup and then I missed the one good setup that there was. But nonetheless, it looks exactly the same as what we're seeing today. And let's actually go through here and analyze it. So I'll share with you guys kind of what I mean. So we're gonna go like this. Now we're gonna drop it to a bigger time frame, and we're just gonna kind of drag it over. So we can see that this is pretty much the same exact type of fractal that's playing out in both cycles. And let's make it an even bigger time frame. This is pretty much the same exact pattern. And oftentimes these Bitcoin pairs do this. They'll repeat and recreate prior pumps that they've had, and basically that's just the way that these cycles work. And you guys can see there's really no difference here. I can drag it a little further, but you guys are going to see that there's almost no difference. The equivalence between this pump, retrace, and pump looks exactly the same as the one we're seeing today. And so that's exactly why I've invested a lot into this. With these Bitcoin pairs, they do this, and they'll do it all the time, which is why you don't really even have to be that good at trading. All you have to do is just find universal patterns that repeat themselves consistently and make those profits. I mean, that's the funny thing about it, guys. I haven't passed a math class since 8th grade. I'm a high school dropout, like struggled with drugs, struggled with my mental health. I did all these things that society would deem me of just being an idiot, but here I am making more money than even the society that told me that. And so that's just the way that these markets work, guys. It doesn't take anybody special to do the things that I do. And it's not that hard. It just takes dedication and patience towards, you know, learning what actually works. And for me, these fractals work a lot inside of these Bitcoin pairs because of the fact, if you look at them, they pretty much just repeat the same pattern. I mean, it's not that hard to play out. So I've actually gone through, I've put some margin longs into this. I think that we're about to experience another major breakout, similar to like the last one that we had. And in the process, I'm going to make a lot of money. So if you guys want to make a lot of money, check out the Discord and check out Ravencoin. VeChain is one, probably the most popular recommended one on the chart today, or on the tweet that I posted today. And everybody loves this one. It's kind of like the XRP coin, where all of retail absolutely fantasizes about XRP. I get the same vibes with VeChain and even Chainlink itself, but more VeChain and XRP. Now, the VeChain has partnerships with Walmart, and so if you got a partnership with Walmart, I think that's a shoe-in for a good performing asset. That's just my personal opinion. But what I really like about this is we have this major resistance and we're consolidating right below it. Now, as long as we can get above this resistance, that is going to look very, very good, because other than that point, we are actually above this one here. So this is really the zone that I'm watching for. We are kind of in between, where we have reclaimed some support, but we're still just below this resistance here. But I'm expecting continuation. I think that we'll continue and get at least one more major impulse from this before it's over. And that maybe starts the bigger correction back down. I don't know what we're going to have to see. We're just going to have to watch and find out. But nonetheless, this looks really good. This just looks like a big accumulation. With the partnerships it has, I don't see any reason why it's not going to continue to perform well. Look at the volume profile, inclining volume for a significant period of time. We're just leaving the accumulation phase. This thing is going to fly, so pay attention. Now, this is one that I've just been hearing a lot of people talking about. A lot of people have recommended this one to me. It's got partnership with Shell, which is like the energy company. I think it's oil and gas, but I could be wrong. Anyways, guys, this is one that a lot of people have been recommending to me because of those reasons. I want to talk about this one today because I will be looking to add into a position into this one at some point. Now, if I was to look at this and I was trading this, from a technical perspective, this is a 1, 3, and a 5 impulse. So this is just wave 1. But we just barely finished wave 5. Now, you can see a divergence. This is actually what's known as bearish divergence inside of a volume, where we get a higher high in price, but we get a lower low in volume. So this is what's called bearish divergence. Now, I've taught you guys about bearish divergence and bullish divergence with the RSI, and we can actually see this here. So this is an example of bearish divergence, where we make a higher high on price, but we make a lower high on the RSI momentum, and we're also getting a lower high on the volume. So this is a really good bearish signal right now. Now, not only do you find this signal on bearish setups, but you also find it on bullish setups. So if it was the opposite, we'd be downtrending, we'd make a lower low, but then the RSI would make a higher high, and that would be bullish divergence. And the same thing can be said with volume. If you get a breakout and then you get a second breakout in volume, but we still haven't made a higher high in price, then that's bullish divergence on the volume profile, and you would expect it to have another major impulse. And so I just wanted to keep people safe from this one, because I actually expect it to keep going down a little bit, but it's still a really good setup nonetheless. Now, if we pull up Fibonacci and take a look, the next logical level for me to watch is the 382. I personally am not going to be looking to buy any at that level. I'd be watching for the 50% and the 618. And those would be the levels that I personally would be looking to scale into a position, because in my opinion, this 382 is just a little bit too high for my likings after the blow off top of a 5 wave. So if I was accumulating this is where I'd buy it. I think that this is just wave 1 of a bigger move. And then we'll be going into the 3 wave, which is going to get really, really parabolic. I don't know how parabolic, but nonetheless, I'm still expecting it to perform well. Otherwise, I wouldn't talk about it in today's video. So pay attention for this one. There's a ton of really amazing altcoins. But anyways, guys, this is the video I had for you. I wanted to go through, talk about some coins, talk about some different cryptos that you guys recommended to me on Twitter. These are some of my favorite looking setups that you guys recommended. I think that these are all setting up across the board. Pick and choose, shooting fish in the barrel. I think we're getting actually at that same point of how 2017 was, when it didn't matter what you bought, you just bought things and they all just went up in value. And so we're getting back to those points. But with that being said, guys, this is a really important time where you don't want to enforce bad habits, because you're going to start getting rewarded for bad habits, because the market's just going to go parabolic. I made those mistakes. I became super, super confident in my trading plan, even though my trading plan was pretty much just me gambling for the most part. It really wasn't a trading plan. But because of that, I actually lost a lot of money and took a lot of losses, when in actuality, if I would have just practiced a trading plan, practiced risk management, and focused in on developing good habits instead of just making money, I would have been better off. And so that's what I recommend to you guys. Obviously, we're all here to make money, but you don't want to start over trading. You don't want to start trading without a trading plan at all, no stop loss, none of this crap, because you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and it's not good to make a lot of mistakes, bad habits, and enforce those bad habits and getting rewarded for that, because when the cycle tops out, you're going to keep trying those bad habits, and then you're just going to lose all of your money. So don't make those mistakes. Remember, we're getting back to that bull run part where everything just goes up. It doesn't matter what you buy, you can just make money. But with that being said, now is the time more than ever where you want to fine-tune your trading plan, fine-tune your strategy, and focus on learning and gaining something from the markets. Now, before we wrap up this video, I want to give a quick shout out to the people that are just supporting this channel. You guys mean so much to me. If you guys are interested in joining the Discord, I really would appreciate you guys to join. We're so close to 10,000 members. Help me get to that goal. You know, it's free for anybody that wants to, but for the people that stayed, that want to hear more about the video course and signals, the video course is 20 educational videos that teach you guys all of the things that I know about crypto. I've paid for courses, I've paid for mentorship, and I've lost a lot of money learning all the things that I know now. And so I'm going to help you guys not make the same mistakes that I did, get right on the path of profiting right now, so you don't have to make those mistakes. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys in that 20 video series. Now, I'm also going to be adding new videos down the line. We're going to dive more into Elliott waves. We're going to dive more into risk management and trading plans, even though those are already taught inside of there. So you guys can just expect a lot of new awesome updates to be added. Now, for the people that would like access to the signals, the signals are an excellent opportunity for you guys to just copy my portfolio, copy all the trades that I'm taking, and 80% of my portfolio is invested in the long term, so you guys are going to get a sound long-term portfolio that you can just hold, forget about, make those profits, and then take an additional 20% of your portfolio and use towards swing trading stuff, because we've been nailing a lot of calls. Theta was one. I just showed you our exec. This one right here, we're probably in 30% profit as is. Cardano was another one. Engine was another one. We've been nailing trades across the board, and so it'd really be fun to have you guys join. All you guys got to do is click in the description of this video. There you're going to find the invitation link. Once you guys have the invitation link, it'll send you to my Discord. Once you guys have access, shoot me a message or shoot any of the 6 moderators a message, and we will be here to help you get started profiting on the right path with me every single day, every step of the way. So thank you guys so much for staying into this video. Thank you so much for the support. And with all that being said, I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.